This week brings growth with effort, some deep truths coming up, and we have a lot of support coming towards the end of the week. Hi, Michelle from Michelle P. Astrology, and this is the energies of the week of May 4th to May 10th, 2026. We kick off the week with Mars square Jupiter, which can bring a big energy. You're going to feel very motivated and ready to move. This can be also overcommitting energy. Are you able to sustain what you're ready to just jump into and get going? Because this is an energy that has no brakes. It can say yes to everything. So we definitely want to pace ourselves and really take stock in our scheduling. And soon after that, we run into Mercury, a little bit more of a mental energy. Mercury is going to square Pluto. Pluto is it has an obsessive quality to it. It can have you lock into something. It can have you, like in your mind, you can't get past it. It's like, having a hamster in a wheel, just going over and over again. You're overanalyzing it. You want to try to get the truth beneath the surface, and that can get you stuck. So get curious, but don't get obsessed. If you don't get the answers you need, move on until more clarity comes. Midweek, there is some pressure. The moon comes to square Saturn. Saturn can bring some heaviness, and the moon being your emotions. It can bring a serious, heavy, maybe some doubt creeps in. You may be unsure, you have to push through something. This may be things that have surfaced during the full moon on the 1st, or whatever Pluto is pulling up from the depths of our souls, of the deepest parts of us that has been laying dormant, that now we actually have to face. Saturn brings strength, and after you'll feel stronger working with Saturn through it. It maybe feel heavy. Like I said, it isn't the easiest. Saturn throws in, blocks and challenges. But when you get through it, you always feel the benefits of what came as you answered to Saturn's ask of, this may be heavy, but you need to show up, you need to do the work, and then, you go through and you get the goods. Or the better feelings. Then we have some tensions that rise. The moon has come to square Mars, Mars being the ruler of the full moon on the 1st again. So you may be trying to hold it together inside, but frustration may be building. You don't want to ignore it. It can come out sideways or impulsive. If you feel it coming up, address it directly, but let it sit for a minute before you impulsively respond, react, or however it wants to come out, depending upon how you're feeling, your situation within your own chart, or your life, whatever we're dealing with at this time. So that's something to watch for. So then we shift inward. Pluto has gone retrograde. The moon comes to conjunct it. So what happens when a planet, especially an outer planet, starts to retrograde, it's more of an inward working energy. So you'll maybe watching your patterns, your triggers. This is where real change can begin, starting internally. Whatever you have seen, whatever's coming up, you're going to be emotionally processing for the initial changes and shifts that will be to come within the choices that are made. We're making wise choices again. These are choices that seem to be a lot faded, not particularly in this day, but within the month. So you want to make sure that you are being, honest with yourself, honest with what's coming up, what we're seeing, and trying not to shine over the truth that may be uncomfortable. Then communication may feel a little off coming towards the end of the week. Our emotions and what we want to say and what comes out are really not lining up. Now, if you look back to what happened yesterday with the Pluto, you want to internalize a little bit. Okay, take some time, take a minute. So, because misunderstandings can happen, you want to pause, let that settle, and then you come back to it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. And you want to make sure you're at your best space to be able to communicate what you authentically want to say, to have anything land where there are no miscommunications. Nobody is the misperceptions that can come with, words that are said but aren't meant in the right way. It's just a snafu. It seems like almost like a Mercury retrograde, but not quite. But you get the gist of, what can happen with the miscommunications. And, a lot of times when we do videos, like words come out that we really, I wish could have used a different word. Similar. But, it's a little bit more, you stop, you pause, you internalize, and then you move forward. And it's just going to be way more productive than not. And we end the week with Sun sextile Saturn. This is our support. We're going to feel supported again. This is growth becoming steady and in alignment. And opportunities will show up that don't feel rushed or chaotic. They feel like something that you can build, that will build to last. And it's definitely a nice way to, with everything that we worked through this week, to end it. And to sum it up, know your limits, face your truth, and move through the pressure without reacting. And we'll have a successful week. And I will see you next week to make wise choices and be safe out there.